Hi, I've been asked to talk about my experience at St. Thomas University in the Educational Leadership Program. My name is Larry Davies. I'm a doctoral student in the program, and I'm going to talk about the 5 points that are the outcomes of graduate students in this program. The first of these objectives is to respond to the changing needs and diverse peoples who participate in education, both in traditional school settings and the increasing number of new educational settings. Part of the class that I did with Father Ed in the educational leadership for the 21st century was about finding ways to address diversity in the workplace and especially diversity in the educational atmosphere. We did this by reading lots of articles in that realm, and we were able to write some short papers and some short summaries that helped us to understand how to deal with the diverse backgrounds of people coming in educational programs of all kinds. The next objective of the program was to develop leadership skills to build effective, team-oriented approaches to teaching and learning in order to maximize the academic achievements of all learners. We had a lot of discussions in the course, usually through Blackboard Online, about what exactly it meant to be a leader and what kind of skills were needed in the 21st century. I was able to talk in an asynchronous way with my classmates, who of course came from a lot of different backgrounds, and we were able to discuss some of these topics and to elaborate a little bit from some of the literature that we were reading. The third skill that we were looking at was to demonstrate scholarly behaviors such as reflection and problem solving with skills for designing, critiquing, and implementing research relevant to effective practice. Obviously, this also fed into a lot of the literature reviews that we were doing, which were basically annotated bibliographies, extended annotated bibliographies of a lot of the articles that we had read. Altogether in this class, we looked at more than 35 articles based on the needs of the course, and we were able to discuss at depth several of these articles. I would say about 10 to 15 of them. The next point was to be able to adapt to changing environments and problems, solve new problems, and develop adaptive learning organizations. In this class, we did talk a lot about the Senge model of learning organizations, and we were able to debate on some of the salient points that Senge brought out. And we were able especially to use the discussion boards to suss out some of the main ideas that helped us to think about how to create, not just to solve new problems, but how to pose new problems, which I think was an essential element in this course. The last point was to demonstrate ethical standards in all leadership processes. Obviously, through many of the articles that we looked at, we were able to look at the evolution of leadership, where it came in the 20th century, different ways of looking at leadership, and where it was going in the 21st century. Again, we did this mainly through the discussion of the article reviews that we were writing and some extended debates using the Blackboard system that helped us to further identify a lot of the qualities that entailed a 21st century leader. In sum, I'd like to say that we were the first cohort to go through these courses, so we were pretty new about what objectives we wanted to get and how we were going to get there. And I think knowing and talking with Lynn about some of the subsequent parts, that this class really did evolve a lot from when I first took it as a member of the first cohort taking the 21st century leadership class. Thank you for listening, and good luck.